Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So they did drop a bunch of info here. We got all of the summonable heroes units. So we're taking a look at them. We're going to be breaking them down and doing some defense calcs at the end. But we also do have Super Easy A Beerus. I mean, this was kind of obvious. It was coming based off of Slug's banner. I mean, they weren't just going to throw this character hadn't been on a banner since like 2020, 2021, so it was kind of obvious he was coming. But good to see it. I'm actually pretty excited for him. So I'm really anticipating he's good. Shout out to Global Dokkan. That's what this is, Global Dokkan, for actually doing their job and posting the translations. Yeah, credit to Dokkan Global. So good credit. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in, take a look at Goku first, and then we'll work our way down. He does also have another page, by the way. So let's see what we got here. Okay, Dragon Ball Heroes, Kamehameha, or Power Beyond Super Saiyan category, key 3, 170, and 30% to crossover specifically. Ooh, I don't really. I don't like that. That's Didn't they say they were making them less restricted this year? Why would it not be like crossover instead of Dragon Ball Heroes and then do another category for the 30%? And why is it only one category for the 30%? That's unfortunate. Okay. Hopefully that's not a bad omen for the rest of the kit. Let's see here. Okay, that's gonna go into 2 pages, huh? Activates the entrance animation upon character entry. Once only. Defense plus 200%. Launch an additional super attack for 4 turns from character's entry turn. Key 2, 150 to stats, plus an additional attack 150 when attacking, plus an additional defense plus 40% with each attack performed. Okay, I mean, you could get that pretty fast already just from the guaranteed additional. Launch an additional attack that has plus it's each attack performed, which is really good. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, strength excluded, to strength key spheres when there are 3 or more crossover category allies, or an ally whose name includes Xeno on the team. Okay, interesting. That's really interesting. Does that mean they're planning on doing something with? I mean, why are they doing that like specifically? It's like all the other Xeno characters, like a Xenopan or something. They are crossover already. Uh it could be nothing, but they could also be planning on um doing something with a new character recently, sometime soon, I guess I should say, who has Xeno in the name. So that's something to look out for. But let's see what we got here. Plus an additional attack plus 50% for the rest of battle, and great chance of guarding all attacks within the same turn with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Oof. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Am I understanding that correctly? 50% attack for the rest of battle within the same turn. Is this a one? It doesn't say once only. That'll be something interesting to look into. I do wonder if this is if this stacks or if it's just a one time. If this stacks, this could actually be pretty good. Okay. See what the rest of this is. Plus an additional attack plus 100% for the rest of battle, and guards all attacks within the same turn with 5 or more key spheres obtained. Plus an additional 150% attack for the rest of battle with 7 or more key spheres obtained. Plus an additional damage reduction of 40% when guard is activated. Okay. So are you able to get 150% attack for the rest of battle every turn? I think that might be how that works. I mean, you just need the 5, and he's already orb changing. What's his... Hold on. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Go back. Is active. Can be activated when there's an ally who names include Xeno attacking the same turn or starting 5th turn from the start of battle. Oh, start of battle, that's nice. Magically raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to enemy, defense with 30%, and all attacks become critical hits for 1 turn. Okay, that's decent. What's the... Okay, SA effects here. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage to enemy, medium chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn. Ooh. That'll stack within the turn, so there's no reason to go like crit on this guy. Especially with this. How many supers can he do? This is normal 1, obviously. 2, 3. He can do, well, hidden potential, so 4. Although this does go away after 4 turns, so 3 still. I do want to see how that works in game. But if this is 150% for the rest of battle and you get this like every time you get 7 key spheres, that could actually be something that would tempt me to summon. I'm gonna have to make sure that's how that works first, though. If it is, that's actually really unique. I do like that. That's sort of like how Dispo has it, but his is like I don't know exactly how his is. It's like 20% or something attack per super performed. It's something like that. He looks like he could be decent though. I mean, guard 40% damage reduction. He's building up 200% multiplicative, 150 start of turn. I mean, yeah, he looks pretty solid. Okay, I like Goku. I will have to see how that specific ability works, but I am really liking him. Okay. All right, let's move on. Thu here. Okay. What do we got? Time Traveler, key 3, 130 stats. Key 2, attack and defense plus 150%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50%, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 20% per crossover or time traveler category ally attacking the same turn that includes himself. So up to 60% crit and 150% attack and defense. That's sort of phase 1 buff, so we're at 300% so far. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack. Launch an additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super attack. Launch an additional... Launch additional that has a high chance of becoming a super. Launch an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and reduce damage received by 20% when there's another extreme class ally attacking in the same turn, or when there's a super class enemy. Okay, that's pretty good. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 20%, up to 40%, and reduce damage received by 20%, up to 40% within the same turn with each super attack performed. Right? Yep. High chance of changing all key spheres to AGL and tech key spheres starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle once only. Interesting. Okay, what's it? Oh, that's a... Ooh, wait. I'm sorry? I just sat up in my chair. That's... is he a 6 out of... I'm gonna have to check this in-game right now. I think he's a 6 out of 7 linking partner with Meki Kabura. That's interesting. Okay. What's his super attack effect? Oh my god. Wait, okay, hold on. Wait a minute. What's his type? AGL. Ooh. That's interesting. I really like him. Yeah, I do. I'm a fan of this. So he's getting his normal attack, that one, potentially 4 super attacks with that link set, and he's greatly raising attack. I'm just about to check this. Mickey Cabra. I'm pretty sure he's a 6 out of 7 linking partner. Let's see. Fear and Faith, Brainiacs. Okay, no, he's a Brainiacs, Big Bad Bosses, Fear and Faith, Godly Power, Fierce Battle. So he's a 5 out of 7. That's still really good. Those are really good links. Okay, that's interesting. And he's also not really, I mean, yes, to be fair, this is a restriction. But he's not like it's not like a full on. He'd probably still be with building up to 60%. Like he's not like a slot one. But if you could build up to like 60% damage reduction, after attacking and such, he is greatly raising defense on super. Yeah, it's only one turn, but still. Okay, I actually really like Fu as well. They're gonna make me want to summon, aren't they? And with Goku having the stacking sort of a potential stacking thing as well, ooh, I'm liking these guys so far. All right, what do we got here? Aos. I don't really follow heroes, by the way, so I don't really know who any of these characters are for the most part. I mean, obviously Goku, but like, so what we got here. Aos's grand mission. Attack and defense was 120%, plus an additional defense was 120% when receiving an attack, plus an additional defense was 120% if there's another crossover category ally attacking in the same turn and when receiving an attack. Plus an additional. Wait. Okay. The 120% defense is if there's another crossover category ally attacking the same turn. And so that's just phase sort of 1. And when receiving an attack, that's a phase 2, and it's limited to when there's a crossover in the same turn. You get another 120. Okay, all enemies attack and defense minus 24%, medium chance of stunning all enemies at the start of turn. That's like that Jiren effect, except I mean, obviously he doesn't have the minus here, but I mean the medium stun at the start of turn. That's interesting. High chance of evading enemy attack, plus an additional chance of evading enemy attack, including super attack plus 10% within the same turn, and an additional attack plus 60% up to 240% with each attack evaded. Oh, you can just the dodge. Yeah, okay, the dodge isn't gated. So if you dodge, 5 attacks, I mean that's a lot to be fair, but like even that's interesting. You can build up the full dodge. I mean that it's looking like AOS looking like a pretty decent slot one. All allies key 2, attack and defense plus 40%, plus an additional key 1 and attack and defense plus 24% for crossover category characters. Recovers 24% HP at the end of turn in which an attack was received. Okay. That's a link set for sure. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, spring damage to enemies, heal super attack. Damn. I mean, I'll have to calc this because these are like sort of banner unit level stats. Like that's 10,501 defense. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we'll see. But I that actually, I mean, there's a lot of multiplicative defense in here with the sort of dodge as well. Looking pretty good, I think. A lot of support, a lot of decent amount of heal. Okay, I'm liking this batch so far. And now we're on Dark Keen Demigra. Let's see what we got here. Key 2, attack and defense plus 240%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 120% when performing a super attack. High chance of performing a critical hit. Reduce damage received by 40%. Plus an additional damage reduction of 20% when there's another crossover or demonic power category ally attacking the same turn. Okay, so 60% damage reduction. Plus an additional damage reduction of 20% before attacking when all allies attacking the same turn are extreme class. 80%. Okay. Plus an additional attack plus 40% with each attack received up to 40%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 120% as the first attacker in a turn. Extreme class allies attack plus 60% and chance of forming a critical hit, plus 24% as the second or third attacker in a turn. Ooh. He looks pretty decent, but he's restricted to. I just realized. Oh, wrong tab. Why? Why? Oh, come on. Why is this 130? Why is this 130? Right here. Why is this 130? Can someone explain to me the reason why this is 130%? Hello. That's not. I mean, last year we had 200%s, right? We had Limit Breaker, Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and we had Rose, Super Saiyan 3 Rose. The year prior we had 3 Hearts and the 2 Super Saiyan 4s. What is Hall? We're really only getting one 200% leader. Damn, I'm liking the unit quality so far, but they're making a lot of dumb decisions for this last sort of Heroes celebration, unfortunately. That's crazy. Okay, I mean, he looks pretty good on an extreme class rotation. Now, thankfully, it just is extreme class, so he'd actually probably be, yeah, big good bosses, Brainiac, Survival, Godly Power. I mean, just big good bosses, just off rip. Um, yeah, he'd really be extremely good on Slug's team. You just throw him in slot 1. What's his defense? He's tech. I'm gonna have to check real quick. I actually do not know what defense. Okay, they get 5,000, so 10,000. 10,142. Could be better. You know, banner unit stats once again, but with 80% damage reduction. Okay. He's looking pretty solid too. And I believe, yeah, that's just the sort of SA effects. I want to take a look at those on my own after. Okay, and now we have Warrior in Black as the last character. Let's see what we got here. Boost received through the Dark Dragon Ball. Super Saiyan category key 3, 130 stats. Okay, key 2, 150 across the board. Medium chance of forming critical hit. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 100% when attacking. Plus an additional attack plus 150% chance of forming critical hit plus 30% when attacking of the target enemy. HP is 70% or less. We're still going. Plus an additional attack plus 150% chance of forming critical hit plus 30% when attacking if the target enemy is 40% or less. Plus an additional attack plus 50% launch an additional super attack when the target enemy is an attack down status, defense down status, stunned, or target enemy super attack is sealed. What the hell is going on here? Reduce damage received by 40%, plus an additional damage reduction of 50% within the same turn before attacking an enemy whose HP is 70% or less, plus an additional damage reduction of 15% within the same turn before attacking an enemy. What the hell is this? Okay, what is this? Before attacking an enemy whose HP is 40% or less. Plus an additional attack and defense with 100%. Launch an additional super attack for the rest of battle after delivering a final blow. Oh my god. Yeah, he's like ass, right? I mean, this kit just sucks. This just sucks. Cool. Greatly raised attack defense 1 turn. I mean, at least he's got that. Greatly lowers attack and defense. Yeah, I think he's a miss, but I do like the rest of these. I'm very curious how Goku's thing works. I'm very curious. Okay. But here we go. I do want to break down Beerus as well, and then we'll get into the defense calcs at the end. See what we got here. I'm really excited for this guy. Key 3 attack and defense plus 160%. Start a turn. Attack and defense plus 160% and high chance of forming a critical hit when performing a super attack. Okay. Guards all attacks and defense plus 160% when there is a movie boss from a gods or exploding rage category ally attacking the same turn. Pretty decent. Attack and defense plus 40% up to 160% with each attack received. Okay. Reduce damage received by 30% when HP is 30% or above. And reduce damage received by an additional 30% when HP is 60% or above. Great chance to launch an additional super attack when HP is 60% or below. Superclass allies key 2 attack plus 30%. Extreme class allies key 2 attack plus 30%. Okay. Interesting. I mean, guard, multiplicative stats. So he can have up to 320% multiplicative defense with guard, 60% damage reduction, and 320% defense start a turn as well. Okay. Beerus seems pretty good. I mean, we'll have to see what the rage mode looks like, but Beerus seems pretty damn good. Okay, that's actually damn. I actually really like everyone here, but this guy, this warrior in black. Yeah, I this card kind of sucks. Damn, I might actually summon on heroes this year. Okay, I mean I have nearly like 500 stones, but yeah, I really like a lot of these cards. Okay, all right, that's all right. I'm happy with this. So I actually would have liked if they kind of just like sucked. I would have had a good excuse to not summon, but damn, I'm actually these are looking pretty good. I'm really liking these cards. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to just pause here for a bit. We'll see just how long it takes me to do the defense calcs. Once again, shout out to I mean I actually say it before, but shout out to Minito for the calcs. You know, since Dokkan Global, you know they have their heads up their asses. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do the calcs. We'll be back just in a moment here and see just how good the rest of these units are. But I think they're all pretty damn good, except Warrior in Black. But we'll see. All right, we'll be back. All right, everyone. So we are back here. It took me a little bit to get the calcs done, but we do have them done now. So let's take a look. So we're gonna be starting off with Universe Tree Goku here. I guess I should probably drag this down here. Actually, I can just drag this up here and work my way down. Okay, so with Goku here, I don't really need this anymore. With Goku here, um, I don't know. I am interested in his sort of this ability here. This could be pretty decent for a stacking video, I think, especially because, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how this calcs. Uh, but that being said, like I don't know if this it does say for the rest of battle, so I don't know if like every time you get 7 or more key spheres you get this, or if it's like this is just a one-time buff, or um, so I don't know if it's 150% and that's it, or 150% per turn you get 7, or if it's 300% per turn that you get at least 7, you know, calculating all of these separately. That'll be something I actually don't know how that works. Um, I think it could potentially be the 300% one, which would, I think it's a phase 1 buff, but still that's actually pretty insane. That would be very, very good for a stacking video. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Um, but yeah, I really do like that mechanic for that specific type of content. But specifically the character design, I don't know. The reason I don't know is, I mean, he does have the guard and the 40% damage reduction, but I mean, he is at his best uh, when he stalls his intro up. So I mean, he can get up to a decent number when he does have his active turn. Uh, but that being said, I don't know. I think what they should have done here. If I feel like I like his sort of kit if this was just rest of battle. Like his intro activates, he gets this and this for the rest of battle. He would be significantly better. I mean, it's a that's a lot to ask for to be fair. Uh, but I feel like I mean, or in this meta already, like let's not consider the active turn. Guard 40% damage reduction. You're running 2 Gokus, so I mean, likely you'd want to run this guy as the sort of you know, your slot 1. And I mean, like he's not. I don't know if I'd really call this enough, right? So, you'd really be wanting to run him like short fight. So like you have your first 4 turns of this, and then you go into the active turn, and you're trying to finish it off in that turn, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like he definitely should have had like if he kept that, I would like him a lot better. I still think he could be interesting for something like my type of content I do specifically. We could potentially do a video on him. But we'll see. I think I am gonna summon, by the way. I'm not sure how much, but I do really like Him and well, I mean, I like a lot of these units, but specifically I like his sort of attack thing, as well as our next character here, Fu. Now Fu, I actually think is really good. Now that you have to also consider, Fu has 20% damage reduction already, just like baseline. Where is it? Yeah, I mean it's restricted, but to be fair, it's a pretty easy restriction, I think. So 20% damage reduction baseline, but also he does build up to 60% within the turn. I mean, it is based off supers, but like he's actually pretty insane. You know, getting up to like 1.9 or calculating without the support defense increase 1.7 with male with 60% damage reduction. Is obviously pretty damn good. I mean, obviously he's slot 2, slot 3, but still, I do really like him, and he is greatly stacking one character. He is greatly stacking attacks, so that could be another character I'm really interested in for my type of content specifically. And now we have who's this? Eos. Eos, I think you know, it's I don't know. So Eos has a really weird link set, and if you do add like Cold Judgment in here or something, obviously that's a sizable buff. I mean, we're talking uh like a down here we're talking like a 300,000 increase or something from just like having Cold Judgment. So I mean, there's some defense links in here, but it's just a very weird link set that doesn't really synergize the best with the other heroes units. So I don't know. Um, if you're calcing that, and I mean, I think this was a she. Um, if you're calcing that sort of defense, um, it does lead to a I mean, you got to consider dodge, right? Support looks pretty good, I think. If you calc this in, I don't think it's going to be too often up, but I mean that even adds up to a bigger increase. Obviously, wait, I actually need to read this real quick. I actually haven't. Okay, that's good. It when receiving an attack. When receiving an attack. That means I'm pretty confident. That means it'll work like Texamasu. So it'll actually activate before the attack is received. So I mean, this was just sort of like a visual here, but you should more or less have this consistently up this version. So yeah, Eos is looking pretty damn good. Um, I do like it, I would like better links here, but like considering she can get up to full 100% dodge in a turn, supporting, she can heal. She's actually pretty good. Okay, now we do have Demigra to look at here. I really do. Once again, this is another character I do really like. This doesn't seem the most you know like, oh my god, wow. But you do need to consider 80% damage reduction. You can have 80% damage reduction. Now, to be fair, it is before attacking, so it does go down to 60% after you've attacked. So you have 80% for like this part. But after this part goes away, uh, or after you attack, you do have I mean, you're essentially like doubling your defense here, but you do lose out in 20% damage reduction. I mean, this with 80% damage reduction, I think. Well, actually, let me. I actually don't know. Let me calc this just on my phone, real quick. I'm not really sure what that's gonna look like in game, if I have to be honest. So, okay, interesting. So, and this is you have to consider this is without like taking into factor what's this type again? Tech. Okay, this is without factoring like the class advantage. That is another sort of buff, but like Tech Gogeta turn 1, 4 mil damage. That's without once again considering the class advantage. I don't know what the class advantage calc actually is, but I mean you'd be able to cut down the super to worth 800,000 just off rip. You have 326. So I mean, you take a lot of damage, but just being able to straight up tank Tech Gogeta is actually pretty damn good, obviously. Now, to be fair, if you consider after the super attack, you'd actually be doing worse defensively, so you'd probably actually die. But I mean, that's like Tech Gogeta. The fact that we can talk about Tech Gogeta. I mean, to be fair, we're gonna have power creep here soon. Um, it's it it is that time of year. Uh, I mean, if we had like Ray's defense for one turn, just a normal Ray's even, that would be a significant buff to this character. But I do like him for what he is. I do think he could be a really good fit on like Slug's team. So I'm not gonna really complain. No, this character is something. I yeah yeah I yeah this is just I really hate this kit. Like this is garbage. This is genuinely garbage. This is genuinely garbage. This is genuinely garbage. Garbage. Okay. And now we have the goat here. Oh, wait. Okay. It feels more right to show Minito than instead of Dokkan official. Now we take a look at Beerus here. Beerus is actually, I mean, this is you got to consider guard, right? Um, I feel like I mean, sometimes you're going to be below the 60% threshold, but it's not often that you're going to be below 30%. You know, but let's say 60% damage reduction guard with this level of defense. I mean, slot one obviously capability, very very good. I really see super ECA BRS. I mean, I have him rainbow, so this is really good. And this is also to consider. These are big sort of in stats right here. I mean, if you have like some defense equips on, it's definitely gonna. I didn't calc it. I'm consistent with those. I don't want to calc it for like one unit and not calc it for another. It doesn't. I don't know. Maybe at some point I will calc them for some units and such, but I don't have them calc here. But I mean, if you're considering another, let's say, like 1100 defense, that's obviously going to make quite a bit of a difference. I mean, I'm not going to calc this like fully, but I mean we can just show this here, just for example. So an extra 1100 defense would be 12,249, right? No math. No, it'd be this is a bad luck. 12,599. Oh my god. Yeah, it just I had a short circuit there for a moment saying 1100. Okay. All right, but 12,599. Let's just say that. I mean, we're looking at a 120 some odd thousand boost. So obviously, pretty good, right? Just throwing like the defense equips on there. Tech Bears, I really do like a super easy A. I really like everyone from this batch. I do think, for example, I like I hate him, right? But I think Demigra, is decent. Eos is decent. Um, Decent, like really good, whatever. And Goku, I do feel like he's decent as well, but he could have been better. I still think he'll be really good, but just considering him as like a slot one or something. But yeah, there we go. That's the whole sort of batch calc here. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.